Now, why would you want to rent an e-scooter when you can easily own one like this? This is the Ninebot D18W kick scooter. It is the latest entry-level e-scooter from Ninebot that retails just 1,699 ringgit. And I've been riding for about 2 weeks already, and despite being an entry-level e-scooter, there is a lot to love about it. And here's what you need to know. The Ninebot D18W is a very stylish looking e-scooter and features a sturdy double tube frame that creates a strong and stable structure. Weighing at just 14.8 kilograms, the Ninebot D18W features a 2-step folding mechanism that makes it really easy to collapse the stem for transporting. The weight of the scooter is offset to the front, so your hand doesn't feel strained when carrying up the stairs, which can be a lifesaver if the escalators at train stations don't work. The D18W has good ground clearance, which allows you to hop off ledges easily. The footboard is long enough to transport 2 persons, and although Ninebot only claims up to 100 kilograms of payload, it can definitely take on more than that, though it takes time for it to get up to its maximum speed. The D18W has a really nice LED display that's covered by a curved glass. It works like any other Ninebot e-scooters by showing you the speed, battery level, and 3 speed modes. I like how the bell sounds and works, as you will only need to press and let go the latch just like the throttle, which makes it really easy to alert any pedestrian or incoming traffic on the road. Like other Ninebot e-scooters, the D18W needs to be activated with the Ninebot Segway app for the first time, and you can do several things such as tracking your trips, remotely locking your e-scooter, and configure regenerative braking. It has a very useful walk mode that makes it easier to push and travel on crowded lanes. The front LED light will also flash continuously on that mode to gain attention. Now, the Ninebot D18W has a 250-watt motor that can get from 0 to 25 kilometers per hour in just under 6 seconds if you're riding it in S mode. Now, I usually prefer riding it in S mode because I prefer the more responsive throttle as compared to the D and Eco mode. Now, of course, if you are a beginner, I would recommend that you try out the D mode first to get a feel of how fast the scooter accelerates. And I can tell you that it is actually pretty responsive even when it is in D mode. Now, when it comes to climbing slopes, Ninebot says that it can go up to a 10% climbing angle. I'm not sure how they actually measure that, but based on my test when I ride on parking ramps, it can actually go up short ramps pretty easily, and I'm actually quite impressed with its performance. But if you're riding up on a long parking ramp that's really slopey, now that probably wouldn't work too well, as you would have to push down halfway. Now, in terms of the ride and handling, I have to say that it is really good. As you can see, I'm now riding around my condominium area, so this road is actually pretty bumpy, so I am actually very impressed with the 10-inch pneumatic tires that can handle bumps really well. Now, I'm not on a really even road right now. There's a lot of cracked tiles and so on, and the Ninebot D18W manages that extremely well without feeling unconfident at all. So yeah, this is a ride that I really enjoy a lot, even though it's just an entry-level e-scooter. In terms of battery life, the D18W can do 18 kilometers on a single charge with its 183 watt-hour battery, which is very reasonable if you want to get around the neighborhood for some quick round-trip grocery shopping. During the review period, I was riding on S mode all the time as I prefer the more responsive acceleration. I was able to get up to 14 kilometers until the last battery bar is flashing. The D18W will take 3.5 hours to charge with the provided power brick. I like that the charging port is located conveniently on top of the footboard, and it is protected by a rubber flap against water splashes. Overall, the Ninebot D18W kick scooter is a really practical and affordable e-scooter that I highly recommend that you go check out if you have a budget of under 2,000 ringgit for an e-scooter. I have it in my car all the time, and it is a really super convenient vehicle that gets me from point A to B to C to D and back to my car whenever I am parked in the city. Now, you can purchase this e-scooter from our store, Good Deals by KLGG, for just 1,699 ringgit, and you can check out using a Tomi or My IOU 0% easy installment plan, and it's just that simple, which is why there's simply no reason for you to go rent an e-scooter. Alright, so that sums up my review of the Ninebot D18W kick scooter. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up if you love what you saw. I'll see you guys in the next one.